Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. The European Union is set to unveil new policies in a bid to tighten regulation on how US tech giants operate in Europe. The Digital Services Act and the Digital Markets Act are expected to be focusing on competition and making platforms responsible for hosted content. They are also likely to create heavy fines for violations of the rules. EU users will have more rights to their data and smaller tech companies more market access in order to compete with the larger tech firms. A number of European countries have tightened coronavirus restrictions ahead of Christmas following a surge of infections in recent weeks. The Netherlands has entered a 5-week lockdown with non-essential shops, theatres and gyms all closing. Germany, meanwhile, will enter a hard lockdown from Wednesday after a number of infections hit record levels. In the UK, London and parts of Essex and Kent will also be placed into the country's highest level of COVID-19 restrictions from Wednesday. Italy, Spain, France and the UK are among the countries that have recorded the highest number of cases during the pandemic. The US has sanctioned NATO ally Turkey over the purchase of a Russian defense missile system. President Donald Trump's administration has said that Russia's S-400 surface-to-air missile system is incompatible with NATO technology and a threat to the Euro-Atlantic alliance. The US has already excluded Turkey from its F-35 stealth fighter development and training program over the purchase of the system. Russia and Turkish officials have condemned the move. Ivorian President Alassane Ouattara has been sworn in for a controversial third term. Mr. Ouattara has taken the oath of office after winning re-election with more than 94% of the vote. Opposition members have deemed the result illegal and said that the president violated the constitution, which limits presidents to 2 terms. Ouattara has maintained that the approval of a new constitution in 2016 allowed him to restart his mandate. His 2 main opponents have boycotted the election and refused to recognise the results. Kabul's deputy governor has been killed in an explosion in the Afghan capital. Mahbubullah Mahibi died after a bomb attached to his armoured vehicle exploded. He is the latest victim of multiple attacks that have targeted journalists, activists and other political figures in recent weeks. No group has yet claimed it was behind the attack. And finally, thick sea foam has covered Australian beaches as a result of the extreme weather. The rare event is due to cyclonic conditions generated by an intense low-pressure system off the Queensland coast. Locals made the most of the phenomenon, with children playing in the bubbles. A close call for this dog, which had to be rescued from the thick foam by her owner. Australia's Bureau of Meteorology said the heavy rains are expected to weaken by early Wednesday. And that's your international news around the world in 5, and now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.